Welcome to VeloPro. My name is Bob, and a warm welcome. Before the show starts, please subscribe now. I'm very grateful for the new subscribers and the new friends we're making. Today's show is a little bit something you've heard probably before, but from a different angle, and that's how bicycle chains are made and why we use particularly low viscosity oils. I put a chain here behind this magnifying glass just for you, but the darn thing is silly and it won't work. So I made a sketch, and essentially the sketch is kind of a half of the chain. I just did it quick, but it's a sketch. But it's all bicycle chains are roller type chains. All drive chains are rollers. And this is the little roller dude right there. And this pin where that dot is and that roller, and this is the inner plate and the outer plate, all gets squished together. And this outer plate gets pushed into the inner plate, which is very tight to the roller and often is divoted and relieved, and then this pin goes through, and that pin where that little X is where we want the oil. So we have to use a very low viscosity oil to achieve that. There's no way something like motor oil or bicycle or automotive grease is going to lubricate a chain. It has to be a very low, particularly low viscosity to get in there. And that's why I made you this sketch, because I don't really, it doesn't matter what lube you use as long as it can get in there. Now I use GT85 mostly. This is like €7 for a big old can of PTFE. That's a Teflon base lubricant, and it's very dependable, and I get a lot of use out of a can, a long time. And I basically zap the chain with a pad behind it and screen it. There's how you do it is your own style, but I just basically put a piece of newspaper or something between the chain and the wheel and zap the chain and wipe it with a paper towel. That's essentially it. And if you see my chains, they look immaculate. And the reason they look immaculate, one of the reasons, I don't put anything on there that leaves heavy deposits. When the chain gets really disgusting, I clean it with WD-40, never solvent, never degreaser. And if it's really disgusting, I can blast it with soapy water. Well, I have a pressure washer. I can pressure wash it if I have to, but I almost never do. WD-40 and a toothbrush, because if solvent, degreaser, gets into this bearing surface, this bushing surface I should say, on this bearing, what's going to happen? You may not be able to get, when you lube your chain, how do you know it's going to be relubricated again and you displaced all the solvent? It's just as likely you're going to leave solvent. That's why I don't use it. But if you want to use it, maybe you have a technique that's better than mine. But the inherent nature of chains are to be self-sealing. So once something gets in there, it could be tough to get out. And again, that's probably why they wear out so quickly in some environments, because these holes, plates don't stretch. These holes elongate. They don't become, they lose their roundness, and they were round and they become like this over time. They just become like this, like eggs. Over time. I'm gonna have an almendras, which is a Spanish cookie. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I'm going to get back to some work of my own. I really appreciate your time. I appreciate your subscribing, and I'm gonna run.